Welcome back to Cooking with Cor. Today we're going to be making an eggplant caponata, a healthy eggplant caponata, and it's my version, which is an awesome accompaniment to any type of foods, or you can just, as a vegetarian, you can have it on its own. What you'll need is, and I use organic eggplant. I use 3 colored peppers, organics. If you can't get all the same color, it's fine. I use shallots because they're so sweet. Vidalia onions. I use avocado oil, sea salt, black pepper, and capers. And the capers are very important because it's what adds the acidity to the sweetness of the peppers and the eggplant. People that try this, even if they don't like eggplant, they love this caponata. So I'm going to go through the motions and show you how to do it. Surgical gloves. You know I don't do anything without my surgical gloves. And what we'll do first is tell you why I use avocado oil. I use avocado oil because it's one of the best oils as far as monounsaturated, high in omegas, but it has a great burn level. So you can cook things up to 500 degrees with the avocado oil, where something like canola oil is only 400 degrees, olive oil is 375, and we cook this at a very high temperature, 375 to 400. So you want something that's going to be able to withstand the heat so you don't invite any kind of possible carcinogens, cancer-causing carcinogens that we don't want to add to our diet. I'm going to cut up, and I've washed everything already. I'm going to cut up the eggplant, and it's really quite simple. There's no fanciness to this. What you want to make sure is that your pieces are cut equal in size. So about 1 inch in size. I take a little bit of the skin off because sometimes eggplant can be a bit bitter. And unless you're pressing it and salting it and pressing it to remove some of that bitterness, this is the best way you can assure taking some of the bitterness out. If you happen to open up your eggplant and it's very, very seedy, you might not want to use it because that means your eggplant is going to be generally bitter. This is a beautiful eggplant, and it is organic, like I said. So I peel the outside, I cut it in half, in thirds, and then in half, and then I make my pieces all equal. Peppers, again, I told you I washed them all. I just seed them quickly, and again, all you have to make sure is that your sizes are about equal. And I use the entire pepper. The only thing I remove are the inner ribs, like this, because they tend to be bitter. And we want to keep this caponata nice and sweet. So they're all about 1 inch or so. So the red pepper goes in, orange. So as you can tell, this is a quick and easy thing to do if you're having a party. It can even be used as a dip. People love it with chips or vegetables. It's wonderful. One more pepper. Okay, so sweet onion. And again, just cut it in half. Cut it in cubes, all about the same size that you did the eggplant and the peppers. And put it right in your pan. This is one of the easiest things that you'll ever do. And it's really enjoyed by everyone. Shallots. Now, I just love shallots. They have such a mild, delicious, sweet onion flavor without being too pungent. And we have all our ingredients in. We want to add a little bit of avocado oil, and you don't need a lot of oil because the eggplant releases a lot of water, and you'll just end up with a big slop. You only need a tiny bit, just for flavoring. And so it wouldn't stick to the bottom. Sea salt. And that's about half a teaspoon. Black pepper. Now I like a lot of pepper. That's up to you. And sometimes people like to use white pepper because it's it's got a milder flavor. I like the pungency of a nice dark pepper. We're going to throw this in the oven for 375 degrees. if you'd like to follow me over to the oven. And we're going to set our timer. Every 20 minutes, we're going to toss it. And you'll see it gets very watery on the bottom. You'll keep tossing it and tossing it, depends on your oven. It'll take, like I said, about 2 hours to 2.5 hours until you see it becomes all caramelized, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so the last half hour, so you figure 2 hours in, the last 30 minutes, you'll put in to your caponata, you need capers. So I put in about 3 tablespoons of drained capers. I toss them in and I continue cooking for another half hour. Okay, so now we have our finished product, which I'm going to be pulling out of the oven right now. Come close so that you can see this, because it's glistening, it's sweet, it's got the acidity from the capers. It's just amazing, and I don't know a person that doesn't love it. I hope you try this at home. It's very simple, and like I said, goes with anything or by itself. Thank you for joining me.